Ning Tian sits in a tub, with Luo Wuqing and the queen standing nearby. Luo Wuqing asks the queen, "How can we cure him?" The queen replies, "Well, the aphrodisiac must be resolved. As his wife, you must know. You've been married for so long already, have you not done that yet? Why not choose one of my disciples then? What about the Yaoqi saintess?" The saintess gets a little shocked after hearing this. Luo Wuqing looks at Ning Tian, then tells the Queen Mother of the West, "You should quickly get out." The queen replies, "Then I wish the Empress and the Patriarch a joyful time." Luo Wuqing stands nearby and tells Ning Tian, "This turns out so advantageous for you. Oh well." Then she starts undressing, and after that she gets into the tub. She says, "I can't simply watch you die." Then Luo Wuqing sits on top of Ning Tian and started doing something, and a noise comes out of him. Guys, I think we all know why this noise came. Sometime later, someone calls out to Ning Tian, "Ning Tian." Ning Tian responds, "Who is it? Who's calling me?" He wakes up and shouts, "Who is it?" He sits up, holding his head, and then he realizes, just now, was I dreaming? He feels intense pain and says, "My whole body seems like it's falling apart, especially my waist." He notices a red lipstick mark on his neck. Then he remembers something and wonders, "So to save me, did my wife give me the Yaoqi elixir? And then, for me." Then he notices a golden aura coming out of his hand. Then the system tells Ning Tian, "Host, this is the medicinal power left from the Yaoqi elixir. The host can absorb it." A large amount of golden aura begins to emanate from Ning Tian's body. He says, "The remaining medicinal power of the Yaoqi elixir is actually greater than all the aura of my spiritual sea combined. With this amount of power, I might be able to break through to the next realm." Then Ning Tian begins to cultivate, and the aura coming towards him starts to gather around him. On the other hand, the queen and Luo Wuqing are standing outside, and the queen tells Luo Wuqing, "Two powerful men of the immortal emperor realm were reduced to ashes. This incident will definitely cause an uproar in the entire heavenly spirit domain." And Luo Wuqing replies, "I've heard that those of the righteous path have been eyeing us for a long time, but this, daring to touch us, they're looking for death. As for the guys of the righteous path, I'll deal with them myself." And guys, Luo Wuqing's melons look bigger in this outfit. Or is it just my imagination? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Then the queen starts teasing Luo Wuqing and says, "The Empress is protecting her husband so strongly. If the word spreads, I don't know how many men would be heartbroken." Suddenly, the queen comes close to Luo Wuqing and asks, "But I'm a little curious, why are you wearing my clothes?" Luo Wuqing blushes and remembers that time, thinking, "I can't tell her. That guy tore all my clothes to pieces." On the other hand, golden aura is moving very quickly towards Ning Tian's room, and his room is filled with golden light. After the queen noticed that, she asks Luo Wuqing, "Luo Wuqing, your husband has a splendid physique, doesn't he?" After a few hours of labor, he starts cultivating again. Then a beam of golden energy bursts through the roof of Ning Tian's room, and after seeing that, the queen gets shocked, and she says, "He's not simply cultivating, he's making a breakthrough. How did he do it in such a short time?" On the other hand, several system notifications pop up and inform Ning Tian. "Congratulations to the host for breaking through and reaching the 6-star spiritual realm. Congratulations to the host for breaking through and reaching the 7-star spiritual realm. Congratulations to the host for breaking through and reaching the 1-star Earth King realm. You shock the Queen Mother of the West. Tao of music skill obtained. Heavenly sound slasher. Tenfold comprehension activated. Comprehension complete." After that, Ning Tian thinks, as expected of the Yaoqi elixir, it allows me to break through to the next realm. Then the queen and Luo Wuqing hurriedly come over to Ning Tian, and the queen goes to Ning Tian, holds his cheek and says, "Earth King realm. You actually broke through to the Earth King realm." And Luo Wuqing tells the queen, he absorbs most of the Yaoqi elixir's medicinal power. As a blessing in disguise, it lets him break through to the next realm. After that, Ning Tian and Luo Wuqing both look at each other and blush. Then Ning Tian tells Luo Wuqing, "Dear wife, you look so beautiful today too." Luo Wuqing replies, "Stop talking, your body. Ning Tian stands up quickly and reassures, don't worry, I have completely recovered. I'm full of energy now. He then comes close to Luo Wuqing and says, dear wife, thank you. I know that you. At that time the queen tells Ning Tian, Patriarch Ning Tian, why do you only thank her? And Ning Tian replies, thank you as well, Queen Mother of the West, for coming to my rescue. And the queen tells Ning Tian, there is no need to thank me. Patriarch Ning Tian just has to remember to come often to my Yaoqi holy land. After all the disciples are ready to welcome the patriarch. After hearing this, all the disciples become very happy. Then Luo Wuqing looks at Ning Tian with a dead gaze, and Ning Tian replies in fear, thank you, Queen Mother of the West, for your kindness, but I shall decline. Now that I've recovered, we should return to the heavenly demonic sect. Heavenly demonic palace. Two elderly men pacing around very fast. One man says to the other, the great elder, I heard that two immortal Emperor Realm cultivators teamed up to attack Patriarch Ning Tian, and the Empress went to rescue him. Why hasn't any news come back yet? The great elder replies, how would I know? The Patriarch is the treasure of our sect, nothing must happen to him. Something comes down very quickly next to them. One man says, it's the Empress, and another man says, the Empress is back. And Ning Tian is hugging Luo Wuqing, and Luo Wuqing tells Ning Tian, alright, you can let go now. And Ning Tian asks Luo Wuqing, have we arrived? Dear wife, can't a strong cultivator of the immortal Emperor Realm step through the void and travel thousands of miles in one step? Why do we have to fly so far at such a speed? It's so scary. And Luo Wuqing tells Ning Tian, I can definitely do that alone, but you might die in the void. And Ning Tian replies, oh, then thank you, dear wife, for being so considerate. After a few minutes later, all the sect members rush to Ning Tian, and someone hugs and someone cries, telling Ning Tian, Patriarch, it's great that you're well. Yes, Patriarch. What would we do without you? And seeing that Ning Tian gets very shocked, he says, you're exaggerating. And at that time, someone comes and his hands are bleeding. And that man told Empress, Patriarch, the heavenly wind city, was slaughtered. And Luo Wuqing and Ning Tian both get shocked and ask, who did it? Then the great elder says he's seriously injured and needs immediate care. His life is in danger. Get the medicine quickly. Ning Tian approaches the elder and says, I can save him. The great elder replies to Ning Tian, Patriarch, although you're well accomplished in cultivation, when it comes to healing, it's better to let someone get the medicine to avoid further delays. Ning Tian starts gathering green-colored aura in her hand and says, don't worry. Although I can't revive someone back to life, I can handle such a minor injury. Luo Wuqing tells the Great Elder, lay him on the floor. And then the Great Elder lays him down, and Ning Tian begins to gather a large amount of aura. Then a Guqin materializes in front of Ning Tian. And seeing that, all the people start talking, the Patriarch is using. And Luo Wuqing thinks, Tao of music spiritual veins. Then Ning Tian begins to play the Guqin. As the music flows, that man starts to float in the air, and at the same time, a green aura surrounds both of them. And the Great Elder is shocked. He says, Tao of music spiritual veins. Empress, wasn't the Patriarch being hunted? When did he learn this? At the same time, Luo Wuqing is thinking, I'm afraid the Queen Mother of the West could never have expected this. Could it be that he learned the Queen Mother of the West's skill through the healing Tao of music charm left in his body? A notification pops up and tells Ning Tian, you've shocked everyone in the heavenly demonic palace. Martial arts skill Nimble Path obtained. Nimble Path, body movement and attack combined into a single skill. Tenfold comprehension activated. Comprehension complete. After fully recovering, the man wakes up and murmurs, Patriarch? Empress? Then he bows down, and says with anger and sadness, please avenge us. Then the Great Elder asks angrily, the recent monster riots in the Cold Wind Mountains have been harming many of the Heavenly Wind City, so I sent you to suppress them. What happened? Why have only you come back? Then he says, it's Yileng of the Beast Tamer sect. Cold Wind Mountains, Heavenly Wind City. There is chaos happening all around. and there are two people surrounded by beasts, and one man asks, "Senior Brother Lee, wasn't there a lot of demon-repelling powder sprinkled around Heavenly Wind City? Why are the monsters still appearing?" And Brother Lee tells Tian-san, "Don't panic. Go quickly, support the other disciples, and lead the residents to escape." A man arrives on the back of a huge beast, and his beast is holding a girl. He says, "With all due respect, everyone who's in Heavenly Wind City today, I want them." He then attacks both of them. Brother Lee blocks with his sword and calls out, "Tian-san," then he notices Tian-san got hit and crashed into the wall, and blood comes out of her mouth, and he faints. Then Brother Lee asks Yi Lang, "You actually controlled the monsters of the Cold Wind Mountains to riot and massacre the city. What kind of righteousness is this?" And Yi Lang responds, "In order to kill you demons, it's necessary to sacrifice some cattle." At the same time, the girl says, "Senior Brother Cheng Di, they're completely crazy and evil." Then the beast holds the girl up, and she says, "Just leave me here. Return to the heavenly demonic sect quickly. The patriarch will avenge us." And Yi Lang says, "Ha! Is it that useless patriarch who only relies on women to save him?" Then he strikes in the back and kills the girl. Then Brother Lee cries out and shouts, "Junior Sister Tao." And the beast throws the girl towards Brother Lee. Then Yi Lang says to Brother Lee, "Avenge. I will make his death 1,000 times more painful than yours." And Brother Lee, holding Junior Sister Tao, says, "Yi Lang, you'll be punished for this. Our patriarch and the entire heavenly demonic sect won't let you go." Then Yi Lang said, "We're the righteous. How can we allow you, a group of demons, to interfere in our business?" The beast attacked and killed Brother Lee. Then Yi Lang said to the two men, "Come on. Hang him and that woman at the gates of the Heavenly Wind City. I want everyone to see how good for nothing the heavenly demonic sect's disciples are." A few minutes later, Tian-san wakes up and sees Brother Lee Changdi and Sister Tao hanging. He says, "When I came to my senses, the city was already in ruins. Senior Brother Changdi's body was even hung at the city gate." And the Great Elder says angrily, "Wicked. That Beast Tamer sect is truly despicable. Do they think there's no one left in our sect?" Then he asks Luo Wuqing, "Give us the order, Empress. I will take people and destroy them right now." And Ning Tian says, "Wait, I'm afraid it won't be easy to do that." Then the elder asks Ning Tian, "Patriarch, how can you let them get away with this?" And Ning Tian replies, "It's not that I'm scared, but the Beast Tamer sect belongs to the Righteous Alliance, and the leader of the Righteous Alliance is an immortal emperor. He's not weaker than the Empress. If we go to massacre them, the Righteous Alliance will definitely take action against us. Considering the conflict between the two sides, let alone revenge, the Beast Tamer sect won't be affected at all." All members ask, "What do we do? Could it be that we can't get revenge?" And Ning Tian replies, "Revenge will be taken. But not in this way." And Luo Wuqing gets a little curious and asks, "Oh, what's your idea?" And Ning Tian replies, "Let's follow the same rules. We also let the disciples of the same generation go to them for experience. Even if they kill all of the Beast Tamer sect's disciples, they have nothing to do about it." And the Great Elder says, "But Yi Lang is the #1 genius of their sect, and he's extremely powerful. Right now the disciples of our sect are Earth King at the highest. No one can necessarily be considered his opponent." Then Ning Tian says, "I will go. You dare to kill my followers, righteous my ass, you're tired of living. And guys, sorry for the delay.